Hello my beautiful people, it is DragonSlayer15 here, and today we are going to be continuing the Bakugou X-Listener Hanahaki AU Lovesick Part 2. And if you hear a weird whirring in the background, please ignore that. That's my fan, and it's just really hot in my room. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? You sat at your desk with your head down, not wanting to talk to anyone. You kept staring out the window, wishing you had never given Bakugou that stupid present. And, of course, he had to sit behind you in class. And, of course, his girlfriend sat right next to him. With Mr. Aizawa sleeping in his sleeping bag, asking him to move seats was out of the question. You could hear Bakugou and Veronica laughing when you felt a sharp twinge at the back of your neck, and you knew that Bakugou had just flicked you with an explosion. Ow, you thought as you rubbed your neck. You continued to stare out the window, your mind finding its way back to Bakugou. Why couldn't you get him out of your head? Suddenly, you were ripped from your thoughts by an abrupt pain in your stomach. You clenched your teeth, hoping it would go away, but when you felt something crawl its way up your throat, you knew you had to get out of there. You got up quickly, hand covering your mouth, and sprinted toward the restroom. Once you reached the restroom, you threw open a stall door, hastily shut and locked it, and hunched over the toilet bowl. You retched and coughed as hot tears streamed down your face. What was happening? When you finished, you sat back on your heels, breathing heavy. After a few minutes, you got up and were about to flush the toilet when you looked into the bowl. Were those rose petals? They were a deep shade of red. They almost looked like... No, they looked exactly like the color of Bakugou's eyes. You stared at them in horror. Why had you just thrown up rose petals? And why were they the same shade of Bakugou's eyes? But before you could think through this any further, the bell rang. Oh, shoot, you thought, as you quickly flushed the toilet and raced out, completely forgetting about the flower petals. Later that day, at lunch, you sat on the roof, alone. You hadn't sat alone at lunch ever since elementary school, and ever since then, Bakugou had sat with you after you became friends. The kids at that school had bullied you because of your quirk. Your quirk was called theft in return, which meant you could steal someone's quirk and use it as your own, but you could also return it to them and heal damage that you had done to them. The reason the kids bullied you was because it was seen as a villain's quirk, for some odd, peculiar reason. You had used it during the entrance exams, and everyone was so confused when you stole their quirk. It was hilarious. You chuckled slightly, remembering the good times. That was the first time you had ever actually fought Bakugou one-to-one. Bakugou. Why hadn't he told you about his girlfriend? He told you everything. You were torn from your thoughts by a slight tap on your shoulder. You turned to see your friend Ochako Uraraka looking at you with confusion and concern. "Listener, aren't you going to eat your lunch?" she said, looking down at your small bento box. No, I'm not hungry," he said, as you placed it back into your bag. "Are you sick?" she said, looking at you with more anxiety in her voice. No, I just have a little stomachache. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me." At that moment, something had caught your eye. You turned, and you could see Bakugou making out with Veronica. They weren't even doing it privately. It was pretty disgusting. But you could feel your heart being crushed as flowers crept up your throat. Veronica caught you staring and smiled. You hated her, but you loved Bakugou. But was he willing to return your feelings? And that is part 2 of this series. Guys, if you liked, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love the tips and I love the support. And I just want you all to have a good day. Happy Thanksgiving, since it is Thanksgiving weekend. And don't forget, you are absolutely loved by so many people. You are incredible. You are amazing. You are a magical little being. And once again, guys, I love you and have an awesome day. Oh, and one more quick thing. Stay safe during this whole coronavirus thing. Bye, guys.